Hello and welcome to Dukascopy TV. The European Union was disappointed with the outcome of Rio+20 as it felt the goals and timelines it was seeking was not included in the declaration. Today I am joined by Ruzanna Tarverdyan, Doctor of Economics at Geneva Consensus, to share her views on this. Welcome, Ruzanna.
Thank you very much for this opportunity.
No problem. So why do you think these goals were not included? And do you think the current economic crisis affected the decisions made at Rio+20?
Sustainable development is indeed the major concern. And along with declarations on reconciliation of interests of people, interest of markets and environment, in the end of the day, we have to accept that universal application of social and environmental standards will definitely influence competitiveness of businesses, if individual enterprises, industrial sectors and countries at large in the marketplace. The fact that no decisions had been made regarding the goals demonstrates that the global society was not prepared for that, and that the losers and winners from this change and with their interest lies beyond European Union.
The executive director of Greenpeace International, he actually called the summit an epic failure, and many believe that it was that Brazil who handled the summit very badly. Do you agree with this?
I shall disagree that the summit was a failure. Actually, my personal perception is that sustainable development should be seen as a process, not an event, once in every 20 years. This is a global challenge, a very difficult task to find solutions for. From that respect, attaining sustainable development is a social movement, and the social capital of a united community is a driving force and the guarantee for the success. In that respect, the fact that more than 40,000 got together in Rio and supported and reaffirmed the agenda should be seen as a great success.
Over 80 companies and 50 countries have pledged to boost natural capital accounting, and several stock exchanges have also agreed to encourage companies listing with them that they will disclose information about environmental and social performance. Do you think all these efforts would actually make a difference?
Absolutely, because only by integrating the three pillars of sustainable development to the practice, so we can achieve the goals of sustainable development. And the fact that environmental and social costs have to be included in the practices just demonstrates that the society has matured and there is a significant shift in thinking, in perception of traditional thought costs and benefits. And this is a clear demonstration that the business has matured and goes beyond economic competitiveness, considering economic, social and environmental opportunity costs.
Okay, thank you. And so China was actually quite happy with the outcome of the summit because they thought it was fair that poor countries didn't have to take the same responsibility of wealthier ones. Do you think it's fair that poor countries don't take the same responsibility, even if they, produce a lot of damaging energy to the environment?
Actually, achieving sustainable development is a global challenge and involves global partnership. In this respect, during past years, there have been multiple declarations where the responsibilities of developed and developing countries has been discussed and agreed. Within those declarations, developed countries took responsibility and commitment to provide market access for developing country products, to facilitate and provide investments and funding to ensure transition of business practices to incorporate and make the production more green, introduction of highly technological advances with new technologies that will provide socially responsible and environmentally friendly technologies. In that respect, I think, given the transition as such and the time and investment and resources required to ensure it, it could be seen fair. It cannot happen overnight from one day to the other.
So finally, as part of the Geneva Consensus, you have provided an analytical underpinning to answer the call to move to better metrics, which was made by Jeffrey Sachs at Rio+20. Can you tell me a little bit more about this and also about your book?
I have been lucky to have an opportunity to collaborate with Stentor, a professor who actually was a mentor for Nobel Prize winner in Finland. And we have done few research studies on trying to incorporate variables beyond GDP when analyzing and assessing performance of countries in the stage of globalization. And as rightly mentioned by Jeffrey Sachs, who is the special advisor of UN Secretary General on Millennium MDGs, countries have to start the introduction of the procedures and techniques of going beyond GDP. So the technique we have been proposing goes beyond traditional techniques of trying to identify monetary values of environmental and social costs, and is capable of handling indicators like number of people who can be dead because of poor accidents at traffic accidents. So, and why Geneva Consensus? Geneva's importance in terms of internationally hosting more than 22 international organizations, 250 NGOs, and large number of diplomatic representations provides the greatest forum for mobilizing the knowledge and experience of those involved in development cooperation. And we do believe that we are providing the analytical underpinning for that. We build our analysis, our methodology on the work of Tinbergen, who 60 years ago pioneered his theory on policy of social economic policy of nations. Unfortunately, back then, access to information was not such advanced, and during the 60 years, with the advent of computer technology and information, we are given an opportunity to apply his ideas in practice.
Thank you very much for all that. It was very interesting to get your views on Rio+20 and on the Geneva Consensus. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
That's all for now. Stay tuned to Dukascopy TV for more financial updates and exclusive interviews. Goodbye.